So this is how your Eride Pro will come if you don't have us assemble it in one big box. Big pieces of cardboard, just toss them to the side. You'll have a box like this, set it to the side. You will have your front rim tire and a piece of cardboard off to the side. And this is the bike broken down to the crate level. So it's pretty well wrapped. Get rid of the plastic. The rear fender will be up under there. I kind of don't like that design. A lot of times it puts a mark in the fender. But you'll have two pieces in this. You'll have the mud guard and the front fender. Then take your politically incorrect dikes. And now you just start snipping away. There is a lot of zip ties. First thing I like to do is just get the rear shock mounted. The bolt should be already there with its nut. Just pick it up, drop it in. Easier said than done sometimes. You'll need a 6 mil and a 13. Then a 4 mil Allen. And so we end up taking the battery cover off, in this key switch area off, so that we can reroute the wires because they don't come routed correctly. While you're here, all the new bikes, the disconnect for the governor is right at the top typically now. So Eride has gone the factory to get that correct, so you don't have to go digging around for it. And then what we do is we just look for the cables. That one goes down there, so that one's good. You're gonna have to cut another zip tie off the bundle. Okay, so the light switch, just route that over to the correct side, over to the right. And then either remove the sensor, or because we sell these bikes, we leave it on for liability reasons. But this is pretty much what you would do for removing it. Just unplug it. But we move it over to the other side. That gives us plenty of wire, so it's not like a piano string. It would be nice if Eride would get the factory to do this correctly. Make sure you don't cross thread anything. These do tend to like to cross thread. There's been some issues with these connectors melting, some dielectrical grease just on the plastic. Don't know if it really helps. Some people claim it does. I happen to have a bunch, so why not do it for our customers? Plus it will stop it from being hard to unplug too. Make it a little easier. Mount the battery cover back on. Handlebars up. Doesn't have to look pretty at the beginning, just get them in there. This is all going to be personal preference of where you want the bars to be angled. Much easier if you do the control first, but not a big deal if you get it mounted. Okay, handlebars on. Now, just have to adjust the controls. So, battery box cover is actually a 4. The 3 is going to be the light switch. So you'll also want a Phillips to adjust your Sport Eco switch. Get that adjusted where you like it. Pop the 2 straps in the front. Suspension will decompress. Counterclockwise to undo the axle bolt. Fun part, find something that fits into the axle and beat it up. This is actually the hardest part, is getting the axle out of the wood. Okay. Then if you're manly enough, which I am not, you just pick it up. On the wheel, you'll have to undo the zip tie. Get rid of the plastic piece in the zip tie. Then find your box. It's going to be the square box, like this. And open this bad boy up. Within this box, you're going to have a number plate, manual, foot pegs, tools, wheel spacers, and that's what we're going for. Your display, and extra battery latch bolts and foot peg nuts. Why did they give you extra? I don't know. So I like to take my grease, use whatever you like. This is just Lucas Red and Tacky. I put it on there to hold the spacer in. Obviously you'll put it on the axle too. This is just helping holding the wheel spacers in. And find my axle. A little goes a long way, so we'll probably be cleaning some up after. I think I went this way. There we go. Just remember, this is reverse threads, so lefty tighty on this. Tighten the opposite side here. Take your 6 mil, once again, just make sure that axle's tight, it's tight. Tighten these guys. And wipe off any excess grease. The display will be in this little box within the square box. Your 3 mil. Take out these screws. Just spread these carefully apart. It snaps right in or on the bars. Put the Allen bolts back in. Just to however you like the angle. Find your connector ends and plug them together. There's going to be 2 arrows facing each other. They just snap together, and there you have it. 2.5. There's also a line guide up here. You can use it or not use it. It doesn't really matter. For this video, I'll go ahead and use it. Your headlight, it's going to have plastic on it, so you can pull that off. So actually your fender bolts will be with the 2 nuts. My mistake. Those aren't extra, but the nuts are extra. So. And we like to use some Loctite for these so they don't fall out. Just go ahead and get them started. I highly recommend using Loctite. If zip ties not cut flush bother you, trim those off. For some reason, China loves to leave those out to get you. So take the little fender. We'll go ahead, undo the full 4 screws back here, Allen's, and take those out. This will go on and spread over the metal tabs from the swing arm. See, a lot of people seem to get that confused. We'll do one side at a time. So last thing to do now is the foot pegs. Oh, and the number plate, I guess, if you want to put that on. And clean up the wires. Make sure everything looks pretty. We like to just kind of put it in the middle, let people decide where they want it, really. You can go forward one or back one. Or actually, I should say forward one or, yeah, middle. So the foot peg bolts or nuts are 17. So guys, take a 17 mil socket and put on the foot peg bolts. So it's better to have a wrench monkey, let him finish up with the foot peg, but that's pretty much the bike right here. That's how you get it together. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this helped you out. Have a good one. Bye. Caca.